A final time then for the cadets. Here is their grid. Wyatt McAllister has pole position. Ilya Veliko starts alongside on the front row of the grid. Solomon Adanegi and Rory Hamilton starts on row 2. Theo Brown and Teddy Young starts on the 3rd row of the grid. Harry Bell and Charlie Snell are there on row 4. Leo Edger and Jacob Underhill complete the top 10. Jakub Milcharski and Harry Knight start on the 6th row of the grid. And then we find Jack Holmes and Miles Burton on row 7, Luka Batarev and Noah Hobson on row 8, Daniel Wisniauskas and Arthur Way on row number 9. Fabian Gandok and Charlie Walker are on row number 10. I'm just going to check for you to confirm. From our B final, we have got Reece Cranston and Adi Maniveli are the 19 and the 50 on the back row of the grid. Here we go then. Who's going to be the first Trophy A final winner in history in the Club 100 Cadet Championship? We're going to find out in 12 minutes time. Into turn 1 they go. All very even looking at the moment with Wyatt McAllister has the lead as they go into the first hairpin. He's held that quite nicely, John.
Yeah, indeed. A couple of sends down into hairpin 1, but as expected. In A-final, we've got a spinner. That's a 21 round. That's Solomon Adeniji. Round at hairpin 2 and drops down to the back of the pack. He's going to be frustrated with himself there. Bit too late on the brakes, locked the rears, and round he went.
Oh, it's a real shame for Solomon. Solomon has been fantastic so far today, but it's not going to be a podium here today for the driver in the number 21. Side by side there, the number 64 down the inside. That's Milcharski. It's a very good start there. Already gained a number of positions. So McAllister leads, Hamilton in 2nd place, Veliko 3rd, Brown, Edger, and as we say, Milcharski, that's up 6 positions for Jacob there. Really good stuff in the number 64.
Very impressive. Same with Luka Batuev as well. Up 6. We expect that. Obviously, he dropped down slightly during the last race, so coming back through the pack as expected is Luka, but we look back to the front. What are these guys all saying? There we go. 46 with McAllister out in the lead. Still holding his own, but he's got 17, 51, 27. That's Hamilton. Veliko, Brown breathing down his neck. Hamilton looks for a possible move there. Not going to happen, and sticks behind for now. We do need to be planning these moves well through this race because it is a long one. Still over 10 minutes to go. And the 4 of them all together in a pack could be interesting. Could be a move for 2nd place here up the inside. It's at the 51 of Veliko. Could be a change to the lead as well. Tries to dive to the inside, does the 51, not going to happen. Squeezes out, and that's Veliko up into 2nd. Is it? Can he go for the lead here? He is going to. Squeezes through. Not happy with that was our previous leader, McAllister. Veliko puts his hand up, I assume to apologise. But there we go, down to 3rd as well. Hamilton up to 2nd. And a controversial few section of corners there, Andrew.
Yeah, I think there'll be some opinions about that one. The door was at least partially open as the plastic bollard has gone spinning on its head once again. It's all going on here around 10th position. Look at that, running wide. It's a cone penalty for Milcharski. 9.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, he got a cone penalty. Is up to 5th though.
Yep.
Is Jacob. So fair play, having a great race there. Still with lots of time to go, so can make up for that penalty.
It's been a problem for Jack Holmes, unfortunately. He's fallen down the order. He's now in 22nd place. 9 minutes of the race to go. Oh, bit of contact there between the number 35 and the 24. That's Leo Edger and Charlie Snell. Key few laps this I feel for what's happening there. Is that a yellow flag for a cone replacement possibly? But it's closed things back up a bit with Ilya Veliko still leading this race, but it's the number 5 coming up the hill. That's Leo Edger a little bit further down the order. Back with our leaders, Rory Hamilton trying to make a way through. He's down the inside. Tried to shut the door, did Ilya Veliko, but Rory Hamilton's surely going to be through here as they go through hairpin 1. Hamilton back to the lead.
Brilliant switch back there from Hamilton. Fantastic move. What a fantastic move. And there's continuing battling for 2nd there. 46. McAllister trying to make the most of it and come back through, but not going to happen. Veliko has to settle for 2nd for now. This battle at the front really starting to hot up now, and still a lot of this race to go.
8 minutes of this race to go. We've been talking about points, various points today, but I think in particular, to win this round, to be the first ever winner of a Club 100 Cadet Championship, that'll be quite a trophy to have on the mantelpiece.
Shiny thing.
Shiny thing, it says round 1, the very first round 1. It's mean a lot to the drivers and their families. Noah Hobson has just got up to 11th place, by the way. He's got past Jacob Underhill for that position. Solomon Adeniji is trying to fight back here. He's got past Daniel Wisniauskas for 15th place. Adi Manu's having a good run as well from the B final. Has gone through, or followed through on with Solomon. He's now in 16th.
Indeed. Still lots of big packs in this one. We've seen previous races, the drivers have become quite spaced out. It seems to be sort of a pack of 4 or 5, a little bit of a gap, pack of 4 or 5, a little bit of a gap, and then rinse and repeat until we go through all 22 drivers. But this battle for the lead still raging on. Veliko not continuing to apply the pressure on to Hamilton. Hamilton just checking over his shoulder, seeing the kind of gap that he's made up. And it's not so much at the moment. Still needs to worry about what's going on behind him, but they do sort of just about seem like they're being able to drop McAllister at the moment.
We saw though with Ilya being able to lead out in the pre-A final. She had it's down the inside, big attack there from Ilya Veliko, and takes the lead.
Didn't see that one coming.
No, did not see that one coming at all. I don't think Rory Hamilton saw it coming either. Veliko defended to the inside now, but may have compromised the line as they come round through Cafe Corner. We're into this. Well, no, we're not into the second half of the race so far. They've still got another 6 and a bit minutes of this race to go.
And interesting that Veliko immediately on the defence, heavy defence.
But has lost the lead. Hamilton switches back there, retakes the position.
Ooh. That was a punt in wide and retake, I'm afraid.
Bit, yeah.
51, I'm going to say it. That was a bit of a punt wide, so we'll see what the stewards say about that one. The battle continuing, and McAllister now back involved.
Yeah, White's right there. White McAllister in the number 46 with the sky blue shoulders. Back down the inside is Hamilton. Goes to the lead again. Veliko runs wide. McAllister may have a chance here for second place. Veliko pulls it back together, but once again, Rory Hamilton, kart number 17, with 5 minutes and 20 seconds leads here at Buckmore Park.
Three-way battle now for the lead. And here we go, another change is that. Hamilton back down to second. Could be down to third if he goes too wide. Not quite. 46 McAllister thinks better of it and goes to the outside. Trying to look for a switch back here on Hamilton. Can he do it? No. Gives him a little tap up the rear instead. But does dive to the inside on exit. My apologies. A bit of a hand up from Hamilton there. Not too happy with that one. But McAllister up to second place now. And that has allowed Veliko to produce, let's be honest, a very slight lead over the two of them. And they will continue to be 3 together for this battle for the lead, I think, for a while. Hand up again for the 51 of Veliko. I think possibly still a yellow flag there, or maybe gesticulating someone. And McAllister's got a penalty. Third place, McAllister does have a penalty.
Bump and pass.
Bump and pass. So there we go. He's out with the battle for the lead now. Well, he's technically still in it on track, but in actual terms, he is out of the battle for the lead. Not out of the race, out of the battle for the lead, I should say.
Contest warning for Harry Bell. Still a good amount of minutes in this race to go. And I don't know, I just feel like on average pace, I would say the fastest 5 laps that each of these drivers has done, I'd say that Hamilton's just got the edge. He's got to find a way past Ilya Veliko here.
I agree. I think Hamilton has some fantastic outright pace, but does just make a couple of mistakes, and I did just see him clip the cone on exit there out of paddock. So whether he's going to get a penalty for that or it's just a warning, we'll have to wait and see when it comes up on the timing screen. And there you go, confirmation, Rory Hamilton with a cone penalty. So Veliko, although he doesn't know it, is pretty set to take the win here now. With a penalty for Hamilton and McAllister.
Yeah, it's... I'll tell you who would be interested at the moment, Theo Brown, because Theo Brown's sat in 4th place here, and we do sometimes see this. We see this in the BUKC from time to time, that a runner a little bit further down the order can pick up a really good result by keeping things clean. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. There's lots of changes of position going on, by the way. Around the top 10, Teddy Young, Charlie Snell, Noah Hobson all got through, as did Jacob Underhill. on Luka Batarev last time around. Solomon Adeneji's pace continues to be good. That's the one slight not so good bit from this race. I would have been really interested to see how Solomon Adeneji would have done in this one, because the pace has been good. It's back up to 13th place now, past Harry Knight. Could have been in that fight with Velico, Hamilton and McAllister.
He was right there at the start, wasn't he? Just a small mistake and the race goes away from him.
2.5 minutes to go. That's number 35. This is Leo Adger. Great helmet design there as well, in a very distinctive blue and yellow colour scheme.
There are some fantastic helmets out on show today, I will say. I wouldn't expect it, because obviously kids grow up pretty fast, their head grows, you have to buy them a new helmet. So spending a lot of money on a helmet that they're going to grow out of within a year is an interesting choice, but they look very cool. So fair play.
Definitely worth a couple of tenths.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. 2 minutes of this race to go. So Bell there in the number 39, ahead of Edger. Number 38 down the inside. Good move there from Noah Hobson for 9th place, getting past Charlie Snell.
It was decisive, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Went to the inside and said, no, I'm here, mate. You're not turning in. My corner. Makes it stick.
Ilya Velico continues to lead then. Just a tenth of a second between them. McAllister's coming back though. It's a shame he's got that penalty, but 46 has just set the fastest second sector of anybody so far. Oh, everyone having a little bit of a wave at one another. I think number 28 just caught the cone there, Jacob Underhill. Back with our leaders. A change for the lead on the road at least. Rory Hamilton has got back ahead of Ilya Velico. Yep, cone penalty has come in for Jacob Underhill.
Back down the inside.
Oh, and there goes McAllister as well. Really good stuff there from Wyatt McAllister. Retakes second place on the road. But it's Velico back in the lead of this one once again. As far as we're aware, we've not seen any penalties of any jurisdictions for 51.
Move to the inside to defend us, Velico. Hamilton back down the inside of McAllister to take second on the road. McAllister's going to try and squeeze him out. Not quite happening. Up through Cafe to start another lap. I think this is probably going to be the second last lap of our race. No, it's not. It is our last lap. So this is it. Final lap of the race. Velico doesn't know it, but he's pretty much got this lead in the bag. He thinks he's defending for his life.
Does indeed. Jakub Milchowski has just got up to 4th on the road as well, past Theo Brown. McAllister back down the inside of Hamilton there, going for second place on the road. Can he get it done? He's still going to have to get it done through the S's. This is good news for Ilya Velico, because it just gives a little bit of breathing space for Ilya. There's a back marker ahead, but I don't think they're going to catch them in time. We are on the last lap then, here for round 1 of the 2022 Club 100 Cadet Championship, the very first round 1 in the history of this championship. Round the final couple of corners, over the top of the hill, your first ever Club 100 Cadet Championship winner of a round is Ilya Velico. A brilliant victory for Ilya Velico by just under half a second ahead of Wyatt McAllister. Rory Hamilton finishes on the road at least in 3rd. Jakub Milchowski there in 4th place. Theo Brown in 5th. Harry Bell finishes in 6th. Leo Edger 7th. Noah Hobson, Luka Batarev and Jacob Underhill complete the top 10 on the road before any post-race jurisdictions. 11th for Solomon Adeneji, 12th for Charlie Snell. Teddy Young, Harry Knight and Reese Cranston finish in the top 15. Good drive that from Reese from the B final. Daniel Wisniauskas in 16th, Miles Burton 17th, Adi Manu and Arthur Ray, the last of those finishing there. Oh, sorry, no, Jack Holmes just gets across the line there in 20th place. Well done to all of our cadet drivers.